smart new members of wealth. Although winning the lotto looks like a lucky break, what happens if you actually do? Undoubtedly, the things we will discuss will play a role in the experience, but according to additional studies, a lottery winner's experience extends much beyond that. They think differently than someone who might have been born into privilege. In this video, we will go through a few of these differences. We all live in the same world, but our views on it are incredibly different. Brad Duke. Brad Duke finally turned his winnings of 220 million US dollars into billions. He set himself a 3-year winnings target. Duke's prize has been considerably diminished after taxes. Contrary to popular belief, he actually spent very little of his winnings. In fact, quite the opposite than other lottery winners do. Brad started working harder after that, and on his lucky day, he joked with his father, "I bet you never believed we would both retire on the same day." As he launched numerous ventures, he employed almost 20 individuals, including a personal assistant, accountants, a publicist, salespeople, and consultants. Brad put a significant amount of his winnings into traditional investing. On the other side, organized mountain bike events and promotion. Duke mostly utilized it to help other people. Only a little fraction of it, roughly 2 million US dollars, has been spent by him so far on himself and his close family. According to him, a suitable plan should be developed around the priorities of each lottery winner. Yancey Hicks. Yancey Hicks, a Chicago resident, received 1 million US dollars. After that, he was successful in achieving his objective. Even after winning the jackpot, he continued to work at McDonald's. Prior to that, he had worked there for 26 years. He has always desired to have his own chain of shops. He was certain he had the abilities and the audacity required to manage a fast food establishment. For the next 4 months, he investigated numerous restaurant businesses. Final decision was to open a Subway franchise. He now owns his own restaurant, loves what he does, and makes a steady living. The remaining funds were not used to purchase expensive products that Yancey didn't need. He was careful with his most recent earnings. Another goal was to fund Yancey's daughter's college tuition. He used the winnings to pay for his daughter's education. He just bought himself a 30,000 US dollars Chevy Corvette. Roy Gebney. In his work, Roy employed sheet metal. He received the 7,500,500 US dollars lottery grand prize. After winning the lotto, he started acting like a winner would. He acquired a 6-bedroom home, 3 race horses, and a number of other pointless possessions that did not increase his wealth. After around 14 years of enjoying a lifestyle made possible by winning the lottery, he grew bored and decided it would be wiser to begin investing his money. He invested in several real estate projects, both domestically and internationally. He has financial interests in 14 homes in England and a lavish residence in Cyprus. Since then, the property's worth has increased by double. Roy took a risk by starting his own sheet metal business. He currently has a thriving business thanks to his successful investment. Gibney has backed a number of charities because he too thinks it is important to give back. Sue Herdman. A fortune teller predicted Sue Herdman, a hairdresser, would become a wealthy a few weeks before she won in the lottery. Some people favor commonplace automobiles over exotic ones, pricey events, etc. Susan Herdman took much less. She could not bring herself to buy pleasures with the money. Instead, she decided to build a successful, dependable big farm. She understood what she wanted and got it, despite occasionally getting completely coated in mud. And she has never been happier. On the family farm in northeast England, Sue and her husband generally get up at 6:30 in the morning to tend to the 7,000 pigs. Every 3 weeks, the farm also sees the birth of around 1,000 piglets. Herdman said that winning the prize was wonderful in an interview. We can only infer that this is not how a millionaire generally lives since he felt like he had hit the jackpot when he welcomed his first piglet into the world. Jason Fry. Jason Fry had worked as a construction worker, a well digger, and a bartender. Following his 13 million US dollar lottery victory, he proceeded in a way that many lottery winners do. He started blowing his money on pricey automobiles, exotic vacations, and a lavish lifestyle. Fry paid money in order to have professional golf training. A few weeks later, he and his friends took a limo to Orlando. He now owned the brand new Cadillac Escalades. Why is he included in the list of lottery winners? He decided to stop once he had achieved his objectives. After unwinding for a few months, he decided to go back to work. He established a thriving battery business and ran it. Then, in Fort Myers, he bought a golf practice area. He established himself as a political leader with independence as well. Although he started out as a typical millionaire, he has subsequently grown into a cautious, foresighted businessman who avoids wasting money. He acknowledges, "I don't eat out very often," despite this. Emma Wilden. Emma Wilden and her husband Philip came up with a very expert plan after winning 1 million during the lottery. She didn't want to be known for her $1 million wealth. Her spouse was a financier. This considerably benefited in the management of the money in their account. The family made the decision to set aside 100,000 US dollars to be wasted. 2 rental properties were purchased with the remaining 900,000. Emma is currently in charge of managing the business. Her confidence is increased, and the family has a consistent monthly income. The idea of her spouse buying an Aston Martin is mocked by Emma. She notes that he must hold out for that second. Richard Lustig. Richard Lustig obtained the title of uncrowned king of the lottery after managing to win the lotto 7 times. Millions of dollars in cash were awarded to him, but the story doesn't end there. Richard Lustig was already well known because of his many victories, and he made money by capitalizing on his fame. He claimed to have found the winning lottery formula. He wrote a book and sold copies for $40. It wasn't difficult for him to convince others that he genuinely employed a novel strategy because he had a lot of triumphs. It should come as no surprise that his book became a bestseller. He increased his money tremendously just by winning the lottery. According to a proverb, a fool will soon part ways with his money. This proverb applies to the huge lottery winners who ended up in bankruptcy. Other clever lottery winners in this video, on the other hand, have actually used their wealth to realize their ambitions. What about you? Do you also aspire to be a lottery winner or become wiser just like these sudden wealthy members? Share with us your thoughts about this video and subscribe for more of these. Thank you for watching.